What is up, y'all? Lazaro Casanova here, and today I wanted to run you guys through my workflow of getting stems out of a box, like the Sonicware Mega Synthesis, and getting it into Ableton to further arrange, finalize, any other stuff you might want to do to it. In the case of something like this, and many other things, including teenage engineering, looking at you, you would have to do the old-fashioned way of just recording out of the line out one by one, muting things. And in my case, I like to just throw it into clips on Ableton, and from there, just kind of put it all back together. If we lived in a perfect world, we would have something like Electron does with Overbridge. MPC also has a native export. I think it's just like explode stems or whatever. But anyway, figured give you guys my workflow with this. It's not very fun, but ultimately what matters is that you have fun while creating the thing, and then somehow get it from here to there and from there to there, so you could hear it there. So see you on the other side. Peace. All right, so here is our Mega Synthesis, and this is our song. So we only have 6 tracks here, which is 3 FM tracks, 2 PSG tracks, and 1 PCM track for drums. So the first thing you want to do here is to make sure that your MIDI clock settings are correct. In this case, I have Ableton as the master clock, so I'm setting the Sonicware as a slave clock. And I have the MIDI cable plugged into the MIDI in on the Sonicware. And this is just to ensure that when I start Ableton, the Sonicware will be in sync with it, as you can see here. Switching over to our clip view, I have color coded the FM tracks, as well as the PSG tracks and the PCM track in different colors. For routing, I am going into input 1 and 2 on my sound card. So let's start muting our tracks, leaving the drum track unmuted, and I am going to record enable the PCM track on Ableton. And let's start recording into our clip. Next, let's record our bass track, which is on track 2. And let's adjust our loop length to 2 bars. Now let's unmute FM1, which is a arpeggiated melody I got going on. So I'm going to quickly rename these tracks for my sanity's sake. This is a drum track, and I am renaming this to ARP. And let's hit record. So let's adjust this to 2 bars as well. And main reason I like to run this through MIDI is that there will probably be some latency going on, but Since everything is delayed together, it's easy for me to just move everything up together all at once and keep it in time. All right, so let's mute our first track and unmute FM3 to get this ready to record. Let's bring the loop length to 2 bars as well. Mute FM3 and unmute PSG1. And let's hit record. And as you're recording, you also want to make sure that your input levels are good. I could probably bring this up a little bit, but I'll fix it in post. So let's rename this one to chords. And this one is going to be a hi-hat, so let's go ahead and rename that to hi-hat. Also make sure that PSG2 is unmuted. Now that I have everything recorded, I went ahead and arranged everything into different scenes so I can, on the fly, record things into arrange mode. Here I'm thinking about doing another take where I add some variation and open things up a little bit. And here as well with the chords, I'll probably do a take where I open up the release and give it some more tension. This is a quick way for me to get down a basic arrangement that I could go back and start further moving things around, tweaking, getting into EQing, mixing, and mastering. This is also my workflow for any other instruments that I am stuck using a line out with. So anything I showed in this video can be applied to any of your other gear as well. I hope you found this information useful, and thanks for tuning in. See you next time.